Namaskaram. My name is Carla Kane with Sattvic Sage Ayurveda, and I am a yoga teacher and Ayurvedic practitioner out of Arizona, out of Phoenix area, as well as Chicago. And I am here at Vaidyagrama Healing Village outside of Coimbatore in India. And I'm spending some time here to share my experience and really invite you into this very deeply healing space. I have spent the last 2 months here, January and February, and I'm preparing to depart with a little bit of bittersweetness and want to just share my overall experience here. I'd like to say that Ayurveda, this healing village is a really all-encompassing healing space. Many people come here for different reasons. Maybe it's the physical space, maybe it's the mental and emotional space, maybe it is the energetic or spiritual space, but you can find healing on all 5 levels of self in this space. So upon arrival, you're immediately taken care of. You get this visit, it's beautiful intake with your doctor, and the staff greets you and takes care of you from the very moment you step foot here on the premises. And your treatment details are that you have an immediate intake, you are whisked away to your room, everything is taken care of for you, and your treatment begins immediately. So even sometimes the day that you arrive, that evening, you are already being given exactly the care that you need. And the therapists are working around the clock, actually, to take care of all of your needs, bringing all of your water, all of your food, all of your medicine, all of your snacks, all of, anything that you request is being taken care of. And your level of care will be based on whatever it is that whatever your most important concern might be. But it surpasses just going into a facility. I think many of us in the West are accustomed to going into a hospital or a certain level of care where, you're attended to and then you're kind of left on your own, where this doesn't happen here. This is a 24-hour level of care that takes place. And there's lots and lots of details that can go into that, but I'll try to keep this brief in saying, each person's experience here will be different, but one thing stands out is that your level of comfort is really taken into consideration, and that's even in the emotional or mental space. When you come into Vaidyagrama, you have this beautiful opportunity to really close your eyes and find solace, find quiet. We all say, I wish I had a break, I wish I had a break, I wish I had a break, and then this becomes that space where you can attend morning prayers, morning puja, evening prayers. You can find quiet time to meditate, to journal, and just find some space for yourself. So this is also something very different than what we're accustomed to in the West as well in our healing processes. So it allows you to maybe contemplate things for the first time or just find peace and quiet in general. The food here is amazing. I know that I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner, so I love this type of food, and it's very nutritious and healthy. From the time you arrive until the time you leave, you're eating fresh fruits that are taken from the garden each morning, and you will see as you walk the paths here that the gardens are among you. You are in nature itself. You are nature. You are in it. And the food that you're eating has full pranic nutrition in it because it's in the earth the day before it's prepared for you. And then, of course, your level of treatment will depend on exactly what it is that you're having at that time. The staff here, as I mentioned, take care of you from morning to night. They start at 5 o'clock in the morning and they end at 10 p.m. of taking care of everything that you could possibly need. I find that it's very hard not to fall in absolute love with your therapists. They are also, giving you body therapies and really connecting with you the whole time that you're here. So it's not uncommon to fall in love with your therapist, as I always do. My own treatment details have been, various things, but I can say that in the last 2 months that I've been here, I actually came here for bone degeneration and tinnitus, ringing in my ears, and menopausal symptoms and hot flashes, and all of these things have been going on for me. And since I've been here, the experience has been that I have had 0 tinnitus episodes occur, that I have not had any hot flashes whatsoever, where I was having about 3 hot flashes per hour when I was at home. And I've had a 15% reduction in my pain, but that's already really wonderful because of my level of care needed. So in just a very short amount of time, I've seen, and I think I've lost 6 kilos while I've been here. So that's always a perk of the stay, to see the changes occur, in the body and mind. So, what is so unique about this place as well, there's many places that you can go to for Panchakarma. In the West, we have this term that we say by the book. Doing things by the book means that they're done very correctly. And so here, I think that the whole premise is to follow the rules of the Charaka Samhita. It is the authentic Ayurvedic Panchakarma therapy that's being produced here and conveyed and implemented. And so that is what also makes the Vaidyagrama very different than many other places that you can go to, is that this is absolutely by the book. And so if it isn't written in the text, it is not implemented here. That is the level of care that occurs on a personal basis, right? For each and every individual that comes here receives that. Then you have community care, which is a whole nother story, which is another reason why I'm so in love with this particular location. It's because over the years, my first trip here was back in 2015, and I've been a supporter of Vaidyagrama for the past 8 years. And the reason being is because I have this innate heart of giving, and I really adore places that do the same. So Vaidyagrama has numerous projects that take place. First and closest to my heart is the fact that there is the Annam, which is daily food distribution that occurs for 150 elderly villagers in villages close by. Food is cooked in large kitchen in large quantities and packed up in vehicles and taken out to help the elderly and destitute that are in surrounding area. I also had an opportunity to be a part of that just yesterday, went out in the van. And so this occurs every single day. And it's something that's really actually affordable for us, I would say, with the US dollar to support. And so that's something that's, available to anyone who would be interested in doing so. Another project that Vaidyagrama offers is to 150 teenage girls in the support of their menstrual care. So biodegradable sanitary pads and education about physical health, women's health, to these young women who would otherwise not have that opportunity. And I think that we can take for granted what it's like to be menstruated. We don't really imagine what that could be like without sanitary supplies or without running water. And so the education that they offer these young women, the support that they offer them in their menstruation and teaching them about their own body is enormous. It's an enormous support. And so that is called Project Moon for anyone who would like to contribute to something like that. And so you also have Balagrama, which is a brand new building and facility that's been built here for young men in the surrounding villages that do have parents, but they are coming from very broken homes or very abusive or neglectful places. And so they've been selected to come here to live on site, to receive education, to go to school, to learn yoga, to learn martial arts, but to really receive support from the community and education in how to find good jobs and be leaders in their community as well. Vaidyagrama also supports 40 plus cows here in the Goshala. which I've repeatedly said in my blog about this place that they must be the happiest cows on planet Earth, because they are so well fed, well taken care of, and they provide such nourishment and nutrients for all of us here in ghee and milk and buttermilk and all of these loving, nourishing foods that we receive from them. And so we even have here a cow puja that takes place every Friday to really pay homage to these animals that are offering such nourishment and sustenance. So with that, I could go on and on and on about this place, and I normally do. And for anyone who knows me, you may know that I often share clips and posts and pictures and links and all of that, in case you'd like to be someone who helps to support this beautiful community on the other side of the earth. So thank you. If you're still here, thank you so much for listening to this. And if you are in search of wonderful Panchakarma care and healing for yourself, this is your place. Namaste.